Hello, welcome back to my new channel. We have no clue what this is going to be called, but today I'm going to be cooking tacos, soft tacos. So yeah, and I'm going to grab the mince out of the fridge.
Can you grab the chicken out too?
Yeah. I'm just going to grab the mince out of the fridge. Because I'm making chicken and mince tacos. So here's the mince, what it looks like. So you can follow the steps if you want, but if you know how to make tacos, you don't have to follow the steps. But you can if you don't know how to. So what I need is I need a pot. Definitely need a pot. Ouch, a pan. I'm just gonna grab the pan. Okay, is this good, Mum?
Yeah.
So you would need like a pan like this or something like that to cook your mince. So I'm going to wash my hands. Make sure you always wash your hands with soap before you cook, because if you cook with dirty hands and you touch some of the food by accidentally and then you put it back in there, you could share germs, which is not very fun. So, make sure you always wash your hands. And then, I am going to grab a fork and stab it. Yeet! Yeet! Well, that was really loud. Okay. Wow, okay, so I'm going to put the whole mince thing in, right, Mama?
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be really hard for me and stressful because I don't really cook dinner, but I'm cooking dinner tonight because I want to do something good for my people and my family. So this is why you have to wash your hands, because if you're using mince, you have to touch it fully like that. So what you have to do is you have to like grab pieces of the mince and like strands of it, just like grab it like this and drop it in the pan. Just pinch some off and try and crinkle it as much as you can, and like just drop it inside the pan and then start to cook it. Then, do I turn it on now, Mum?
Oh, Corey, hang on. What are you doing?
Put it in the
You
mince.
got to chop up an onion first.
I know.
Did you chop it up?
No.
Put it in there.
I don't know. We're not going to put any onion in there.
Shit.
Okay. Don't worry.
No.
What?
Nearly call all your friends. I'm trying to just do this. Can we just wait?
So
Can we just need to wait.
Sorry. So I'm just going to turn the thing on. So
You need oil in there. No. No, can you get oil?
I guess that I've made a mistake or something. I have no clue. But what am I going to do? Just pour it on top? Sometimes people make mistakes. It's alright.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Come on the
squirt
floor, don't step on it.
Oh.
And then pick it up.
If you drop it on the floor, do not put it inside the pan, because that's going to be really bad. I'm going to squirt it on top of the mince.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot. That's enough. And then you just turn it around and stuff like that, and just pour it on the edges. Make sure you put it on the edges of the pan as well, because edges of the pan is perfect. That's what you need. And then you turn it on to max heat.
Got it? Push it in. Hold it down. Are you holding it down? Both buttons?
Holding both buttons down.
Okay, so have you turned it on?
Yes, I'm turning it on right now. Look.
Okay, that's it. Yep, it won't light unless you have it open like that. Yep.
It's not lighting.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh. That's why I was not lighting, because it's the wrong one. Make sure you get parent supervision. My mum's just over there on her laptop, so she knows what I'm doing and she can see me. I made a teensy little mistake, so make sure you put oil before you put the mince on. Because, like, put this like this on the pan before you put the mince on, because you can ruin your pan. So make sure make sure you made it good. I'm going to grab this thing to mix it around with. So I grab this. I use this, and make sure that you don't do anything wrong with this, because if you do something wrong, you can really hurt yourself and you can burn yourself. So you need to make sure that you do not do anything wrong, like burn your house down. That's why you always need parent supervision, because if you don't have parent supervision, then yeah. And this is really cooking really fast, so yeah. And the reason you always have to have washed hands is because sometimes it can fling out and you have to grab it off the counter if it falls on the counter and put it back in. So that's why you always should wash your hands. And make sure you have an oven mitt on, but we don't have oven mitts, so we're just going to grab a towel. Just like a tea towel, and we're mixing my deluxe mince. I guess I'm calling it deluxe mince. I don't know. But it can be hot a lot of times. And make sure you always have a towel on you, because you can burn yourself onto when you're holding the edge of the pan, to make sure that you just tap it before you actually do it, because it could be really hot. Make sure your parents check it. Make sure that you're not doing anything wrong. Make sure you don't burn the mince, because your whole family will be eating it. And yes, so if you burn the mince by accidentally, then oopsie daisy. But it's okay, because yeah, the mince is going really well. And while the mince is cooking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the soft taco mince. Soft taco kit. So I'm going to open it up and get all the stuff out and make it and all that. So yeah. Make sure you have something on you so you can open it, because it's very hard to open. Things like this. Whoa! Alright, hang on.
So, yeah.
My mum's going to help me, because I'm not very sure of what I'm doing with this mince. The mince is going to burn in a second. I hope not, though.
Right.
Am I doing it right? Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Am I burning it, or is it nearly cooked? Sorry, I know how to cook it, I'm just asking some questions, because sometimes people make mistakes, so I was asking if I made any mistakes, but yeah, so look at that sizzle. This is what you want. You want it to sizzle like crazy. You want it to sizzle really goodly. This is you want it to sizzle like that. So that's how you want it to sizzle, and make sure that it's very sizzly and bubbly, and then mix it around as you're going, because it could burn really easily. So if you don't mix it around, it can really burn. And yes, and it's nearly done, isn't it, Mum? Is it nearly done?
Mm-hmm.
So this is nearly done. So what we're going to have to do is
just put the seasoning in.
Not yet, though. So the seasoning is this thing. It's this thing, right, Mama?
Yeah.
So this is the seasoning that comes in the taco pack. I'm just saying, this video is not sponsored by Coles. Just saying it's not sponsored by Coles. But if you get the taco kit, you need to make sure you put the seasoning in the mince. And the mince does not come with the taco kit. It comes separately. So yes, it comes separately, and There is some still red bits in here, so that you've got to wait for those to cook. Even though half of it's done, you're going to make sure that it's extra cooked because sometimes the mince looks like it's ready, but it isn't ready in the inside. When you bite down on it, it's very red in there. So if you don't cook it for a while, it could kill you. You can get food poisoning. Which we can't... So you can get food poisoning if you don't cook it well, if you don't cook it properly. So you're going to make sure that it looks like this when you're cooking it, because if you don't, then you're going to get food poisoning. So you make sure that it looks like this, but make sure that all the red... See there, like, there's still some red bits in there? Make sure all of those red bits are gone. Because if they're not gone, then it's not cooked and you're just giving your parents and your family members food poisoning. So you're going to make sure that all of it's gone. There's not one little bit left. I might have to turn the heat down a little bit. It's alright, it's just a spatula. I turned it down a little bit because it is starting to cook really well.
Okay, now you can put that in.
Now you're at the seasoning when it looks like it's done. This is what the seasoning looks like. It looks pretty spicy. Like that, but you put the whole thing in, right, Mama? You put the whole thing in and make sure you pour it all around it. Just like sprinkle it around everywhere. Make sure that it's really good and make sure that you don't put it in one spot. Make sure that it's everywhere. Don't put it in one spot, because if you put it in one spot, it can burn the whole entire creation. So and we don't.
I'm going to put a little bit of water in there.
And my mum is going to put a tiny bit of water in the mixture because obviously it's very dry. So we need to make sure that it has some moisture on it before you feed it to your family members. So we're going to make sure that you put at least a tiny bit of water from the tap. Make sure it's tap water and you don't add too much water, because if you add too much water, this can get really hot and it can splat in your face and you can get a big burn and you're going to have to get cream and stick it down, go to the doctors and all that. So, yeah. So be careful with what you're cooking and make sure that it's not boiling, and make sure that it does not, that it's all cooked properly. And this is what it should look like at the end. If it does not look like this, your mince is not ready. So it does not look like this, it is not ready, and you're going to make sure that you add some more seasoning if you have any, a tiny inch more, just if you have any, because that's what you need. So you're going to mix it around. You're always going to make sure that you have a right amount of everything, because, yeah. So this is how you're meant to cook it, and yeah, Mum, oh, here they are. I've got to warm these up. Can you do that while you're doing that for me?
You can turn that off now.
Alright, so you turn the thing off after you've stirred it for like at least a couple of seconds. Then you open it up. Open your soft tacos up, or whatever tacos you have. Make sure that you heat it up before you do anything. I'm using a fork. What am I doing? I need scissors. Silly me. So you're going to make sure that you do it right, because otherwise it can get really bad. And there's a lot of soft tacos in here. So you've got to be careful when you're peeling it, because it can stick to the other one. So you've got to be careful when you're peeling it. Very gentle when you're peeling it. And you've got to heat it up, otherwise then it just won't taste taco-y. It will just taste hard and yuck and moldy. It won't taste very good. It will taste like mold, but it is not mold. It will taste like mold. Why are you putting corn in there? I hate corn.
Corn's good for you.
Don't add corn if you don't like corn.
So we need to turn this back on.
If you like corn, add corn. If you don't like corn, don't add corn. Corn just makes it smell gross and makes it taste gross. Yes, very true. Now while my mum is doing my mince, I'm going to go heat all of these up onto a plate.
I'll give you a call back in half an
Put this in the microwave on a plate.
Alright.
Make sure it's a microwave safe plate, because it's not a microwave safe
Adios,
plate.
amigo.
You can actually very hurt yourself. So if it's not a microwave safe plate, then the microwave can blow up. So make sure that it's a microwave safe plate.
Too much? You
And
don't taste.
well, I need some help getting a plate. Please, Paul, can you help me?
What do you want?
Just
This one?
plate.
This one?
Yeah. Make sure you always have parent supervision all the time on you. Thank you.
Yeah, let's put some shit on it.
There you go. So pop it on the plate like that, and then pop it in the microwave for a minute. A minute, and that's
Global score.
perfect.
And he goes,
A minute is perfect. More than a minute could get too hot and loud. So you got to make sure that it's in a minute because, yeah, it will be really good. And then this is the sauce. Do not add this into the mince or anything. Don't add this into anything you're doing. Like, don't add it to the thing, like while you're microwaving it. Keep it until the end for everyone to put it on their tacos. So, yes. All my family members are here now.
No, I'm not. I'm upset.
Why?
Look in there. What's missing?
Oh my god.
Do I take that back?
Yes, do you have a receipt?
No, the guy just seen me.
Take it back.
I want to take the 6-pack back.
Grab some sweat. Make sure you have lettuce on you and crunch up lettuce. So you got to crunch up the lettuce and put it in a bowl so then your family can have some lettuce on there. So crunch up lettuce and you're good.
Tomato.
And then when your thing beeps, it should be ready and you can take it out and put it on the table for your family members to eat. And then you put the lettuce on there, table as well. I'm going to move all this up because I'm cooking.
Yeah, I'm just checking my emails. I'm still not popped off yet.
My phone or something there?
Yes, it's right there.
I don't need it.
So, that is when you grab a bowl like this for your family members
Okay, I'll be back
to
again.
eat.
Okay.
Make sure that the sides of the pot is not hot so you can grab it onto it, put it inside of here. If you want, you can add some chilies if you want to. I have not added chili. I've added chili flavoring to it. So, yeah. I've added a speck of chili flavoring. You don't have to add that. It's optional. If your parents like it, add it. And if you like it, add it. I like a little spice as well, but that's why I add chili powder, not the real chilies. Because real deal chilies burn my mouth. So, yeah. And if you're hearing a car in the background, that is just, there's just like one of my family members going to the shops. So, yeah. I probably didn't even want to know that. But, yeah, anyways.
Okay,
So serve up all your dishes and make sure that it is perfect. Otherwise, if you get it on the floor and then pick it up and put it in the bowl, then that is disgusting and you do not want to eat that. So, make sure if your parents hurt themselves, help them. Because my mum nearly cut her fingers. She had a knife in her hand and the tomato dropped and she was about to drop it and she went like this and it rolled and she nearly cut her leg. So, yes, you've got to be careful if your parents hurt yourself. Yes. So, and also you can add if you can put some tomatoes out on the table if your parents like tomatoes. If you like tomatoes, just add some tomatoes on the table while you're at it.
Do you like tomatoes?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Should I chop some more then?
No, just chop it like as much as you can. I'm not a big picky fan. I'm probably not going to have any on there. So I'm just talking to my mum. Okay. Now that is all of it. Now I'm going to put this on the table and get a spoon to put it on the table. And all of this is cooked by me, which my family, I hope they like it. If they don't like it, then I'm a really bad chef. But I bet they will like it. So this is when you
Chicken?
And this is, you put the chicken in another bowl. So you put the chicken in a bowl like this. If you don't have one of those bowls, then that's fine. You can use any bowl you have. So you can use any bowl you have to cook your to put your chicken in. If you are having chicken tacos as well. So if you're not having chicken tacos, you don't have to put chicken tacos. Like you don't really have to listen to this bit. You can pause it and just like skip it or whatever you want to do. So, but if you're having minced tacos, I recommend you stay. You burned a piece of the chicken, Mum. It's alright. Make sure that your parents approve on you cooking your dinner before you actually start, because I don't think they're going to like you just cooking the dinner out of nowhere and then them eating it and then that's not good. So you're going to make sure that your parents let you, and you make sure you have parent supervision at all times. Because if you don't, something might go wrong.
You can leave the rest in there.
So then you put your chicken on the table if you're having chicken tacos. And this is where you cut the sauce open. You cut the sauce open that much, because if you cut it open more, it's going to come squirting out. So maybe just like that big, and that's it. So then you set that on the table. And then wait for your family to come home if they're like away or something. They're like if one of your family members are not there. And this is what it should look like. If you're setting it up a different way and you have a bigger table, I recommend lining it up one by one like this. So put one bowl here, one bowl here, one bowl here, one bowl here. I'm saying one bowl here. One bowl here, one bowl here, and one bowl there, and then just keep adding until your bowls are finished. So when you're done, I just think that you should just grab plates for your family members to have for their dinner. So I'm going to grab a plate for my mummy that helped me out today. Thank you. You didn't really help me with anything, but she helped me cut the tomatoes, but everything was basically made by me. So if your family doesn't like it, then that's okay, because you can always cook some other things on a different time. Oh my gosh. On a different time, and they might like it that time. So yeah, you can cook it any time you want. And then
what are you doing?
I'm putting it.
There's enough seats.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then and then this is what it should look like when it's done. Let's do a montage. So the montage is done, and now I guess we're gonna eat. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Come back for another cooking video. So
Cooking with Corey.
yeah, so come back and yeah, bye.